Here's one for you. Does anyone really need an acoustic amp? Now, I've had this Circa 74 amplifier here in the studio for review, and you can read my thoughts in detail at guitar.com. There's a link in the description below. My experience with this amp got me thinking, who's it for? Does anyone actually need an acoustic amp? Well, let's listen to this one and then decide for ourselves. The good people at Taylor Guitars, Circa 74 is a spin-off company and the brand's first foray into amplification. They certainly seem to think that there is mileage in an acoustic combo. Now, in the past, I've used several dedicated acoustic amps, AER Compact 60s, Blackstar Sonnets, that awful old Trace Elliot wedge thing from the 90s, those Bose numbers, the Fishman solo amp, all sorts of things like that with varying degrees of success. And I've also had the pleasure of playing through a Humphrey amp on several occasions. I can't help thinking that this Circa 74 might have drawn quite a lot of inspiration from the Humphrey Espresso combo. But I digress. My question really should be, why would anyone use a dedicated acoustic amp rather than a PA system? A PA has a stereo image, phantom power, maybe even a subwoofer, powerful EQ and effects, both pre and post fade, and enough channels to deal with even the most convoluted pickup system and still leave you with a mic channel so you can talk to your audience. You know, that whole communication thing. By contrast, this amp has two channels that share one reverb. There's no phantom power and just a 3-band EQ, so why would you choose it? Well, first of all, it's adorable. I mean, it looks like an old phonogram. It even has its own little legs, so there's that. There's no phantom power, which is a bit of a letdown, and if you're going for the amp equivalent of a Noguchi coffee table, well, you might fancy using an ear trumpet condenser mic or something equally alluring and Instagram friendly, and that, my friend, is going to take the famous 48-volt phantom power to work. There's another challenge. Where do you put this thing? Right behind you? Next to you? Too close? You're going to get feedback. Too far away? Things are likely to get muddy and indistinct. Is it just there as a monitor? Or do you wind it up? Can you use it in a band? Think of it this way for a moment. For less than the price of this amp, you could get a mixer and a pair of pouch speakers and achieve a far more open and articulate acoustic sound in stereo. But they don't make PAs out of Koa, and a twin set of active monitors is never going to look as cute as this. No, it's not practical or cost effective, but it is a huge amount of fun. And let's be entirely honest with each other, you already know if you want one. I like it a lot more than I expected to. And a quick poll of my Instagram followers showed that yes, actually, a lot of you are using a dedicated acoustic combo as your sole source of amplification. Well, thank you very much indeed for watching. Comments down below, as always. I do read them and I reply to as many as I'm able. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay tuned.